We've seen a sizable group of Republican lawmakers suggest that they wouldn't vote to pay the very bills that Congress rang up. And that fiasco harmed a fragile recovery in 2011, and we can't afford to repeat that.
We ought to stop threatening to shut down the government unless we raise taxes. Because Americans aren't asking the question, where are the speeches? They're asking, where are the jobs?
It was completely empty because he doesn't have anything to say, anything new to offer. It was the usual stuff. It could have been a campaign speech. It was a campaign speech. I mean, somebody ought to tell the president that the 2012 election is officially over and he won, and there isn't going to be another one for him. The main complaint I would have is that if you wanted to deliver a completely empty speech and you do it in Washington, you'll save the CO2 emissions that you get on Air Force One from delivering it in Illinois. So that's the main critique I would offer.
With this endless parade of distractions and political posturing and phony scandals, Washington's taken its eye off the ball. And I'm here to say this needs to stop.
The phony scandals that have consumed so much attention here, all to come to naught. He's not focused on, pretend scandals.
Some phony scandals that have captured the attention of many here in Washington. Fake scandals or things like that. We have to keep focused on the North Star here, the issues that the American people want us to be focused on.
You have Devin Nunes, who wrote a book about what conservatives are for. You have Eric Cantor's initiatives talking about making life work, talking about what Republicans are for. You have the Paul Ryan budget, in which Democrats have taken, and the White House, great pleasure in challenging what Republicans are for.
And there's one example of something that is nonpartisan, that can be done, that has been around for 20 years, the president has spoken about, and the Republicans want to do. And that is, that AB referred to, that is tax reform. It's a win-win-win. Historically, one of the great achievements of the 80s was the one that Reagan was able to do with Tip O'Neill. You've got the chairman of the Senate Finance Committee, who's a Democrat, and the ranking Republican, who are working on this. They want to get it done. If you had a president who made that a priority, it could be done and it would be agreed upon. But he talks about it, he has no interest in it, and he hasn't lifted a finger in terms of advancing it.
We are reviewing our obligations under the law and are consulting with Congress about the way forward. Given the current situation in Egypt, we do not believe it is appropriate to move forward with the delivery of F-16s at this time.
One of the poll questions, Charles, is the United States losing some ground and some standing in the world? Yes, it is. 82%, as you see in the latest Fox News poll. Republicans obviously at 91%, but Democrats 72%.
One of the reasons is the kind of cluelessness that this decision demonstrates. This administration has no idea what it's doing in Egypt. It'll occasionally stumble on the right idea, as it did after the coup, when it did nothing. At least that was a smart thing to do. But as you said, for the year of the Morsi administration, where it was dismantling their democracy, declaring the ruling by decree, we did nothing. We actually supported the government. Our ambassador spoke out against these demonstrations, which are the largest demonstrations in the history of Egypt. Perhaps it happened under Ramses II against Sphinx building, I'm not sure. But you had the whole country rising up and saying, we don't want the Brotherhood. The only hope for a good outcome in Egypt is supporting the interim government. And what does the administration do? Send a signal it's not happy. Send a signal that the Brotherhood will read as a measure of support. Stupid mistake.
Strong letter to follow.
Absolutely. I didn't even start to articulate my feelings.
This has been a Sunfish production.